Oh man, I am sorry. Wow. Where did that come from? All I've had is some water. What day is it today? I know it's Pride Month, of course. So, happy Pride. But I know that there's, like, a whole calendar for, like, what day of the month of Pride. Like, what specific Pride day it is today. Okay, so today is Monday, right? Scoliosexual Pride Day. What is scoliosexual? What is that? Wait. Just a second. I was not ready to Scoliosexual. What is that? Scoliosexual. Huh. Attraction to trans and non-binary people. That's interesting. Okay. Well then. That is the day, right? That is today, right? That is Monday. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So, we are on, right? I'm just gonna open this up on my computer now. So anyway, yeah, okay, we're definitely on. We're definitely online right now. Hello there. Yeah. Okay. I should probably turn on the music in a bit, but I'm gonna have some water first. And talk about what I plan on doing for today. Or no one's on, so I guess I should wait. I don't know. But the point is, today we're going to do something slightly different than usual. Because this time, we're going to be working on a background. This is like, wow, okay, that is a lot. That is a lot. We should probably get rid of these at some point. Meh. Anyway, we're just ignoring that. We're going to be working on backgrounds today, which is a little bit different than usual, right? I don't usually work on backgrounds. I usually work on characters, right? So I did have a concept already that I discussed with my partner, you know, the partner that this is a character, and this is a character and something that I'm working on. I don't know if anyone's new here, which I doubt that they are. I mean, I don't know. If you're new here, I guess you wouldn't know, but I'm working on this project. Which would be out in a couple of years. But this is one of the characters that would be involved in said project, right? In the... I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it a project, but it's just a, like... Well, it is just a project. It's a game. It's a project for a game, right? The game is the project. I don't know why. I'm stumbling right now. But... it would be... This character is the main character, right? The playable character in the project that I'm working on, alright? So, I've already kind of gotten this part down, right? I've already gotten the character part down. So, that would be like... That's kind of like the most important part of the Draw This in Your Style challenge for now. But the thing is that today, I need to add a background. Because I just think that this desperately needs it, right? He's leaning on something. I already have a concept down for what I want to have on here, right? So let's just make like a little thumbnail sketch or something. I don't know, a little thumbnail doodle. I want to make it a... Why won't you make it square? And that's close enough, I guess. So I don't know. So we have our guy right here. Right here. He's right there. There he is. He's just chilling on the wall. You know, doing his thing. Not much, right? He's just chilling here. So let's say that there's like a, I don't know, a lamppost or something back here. And let's say that, well, I've already discussed this with my partner a bit. Like, I already know what I want to do, but the thing is that it's putting it down into paper, right? Putting the concept down onto, it wouldn't be paper, but... Would it be paper? Would you call it paper because it's digital? No, you shouldn't call it paper because it's digital. That doesn't make sense to call it paper, but it's not paper. On the tablet, I guess, right? So we have our guy. He's just leaning on that, on this, say, street pole. This is a pole. Light pole. Light. Street light. street light? No, that would be what the red, yellow, green thing would be. But that's, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like these outside lamps is what I'm talking about. All right, and so we have a background back here. And in the background, we have the fountain, which is within the environment in which he is standing, of course. But we have the fountain, which is off right now because this scene takes place in the middle of the autumn, so it's just a fountain right now. It's not very pretty because it's off. So it's all the water in there is just all gross and dirty. And then we could also have back here we could have the town center back here, right? We could have like, I don't know, like steps going up towards a door of sorts or something. We have some steps. I don't know how tall the steps should look. I guess it doesn't really matter. It'll be like this much and then just have that like that or something. Right. And then we have like a big door just so it'll look all fancy and stuff. Right? One of these double doors. Maybe just one really big door. I don't know. One of these double doors, right? Just to make it look fancy and stuff. We have little handles and stuff. I should probably try designing backgrounds in Minecraft before drawing them. I feel like that would actually be quite effective, but I'm not exactly a good Minecraft builder is what it is, you know, that's the issue there. I don't know anyone who builds a lot in Minecraft anyway. Man, it would probably be helpful to have that as a reference, because then I could just, you know, I could just have Minecraft up and then I could just have the background over there. I could have my reference and it would have like the whole perspective down and everything. But I feel like I might have the basic concept down. I need to move this back. I need to move this back more. So let's just, I guess we can just grab this and move it up, right? We can just move it up. Just move it up like that, right? So then we have this further in the background. Go, right? So we have our main guy. His name's Nick. I don't know if you haven't been on the stream before. If you've been on the stream before, you know Nick. You know he's very grumpy and brooding, right? Just Nick. Yeah. He's chilling. He's chilling today. He's not so angry as usual. He's not as angry as usual, right? And so, okay, in the background, I was thinking of having a few characters, right? Just a couple. We could have J. Let's make it J. What color? What pose should I have Jay in? I don't know, but Holly's gonna be here too, so she's just gonna be here, and she's gonna be pushing Jay into the fountain, because why not, right? Because it's funny. They're the iconic trio, and they gotta do some iconic trio shenanigans, right? That's why we have Holly pushing Jay into the fountain. Or she could already have pushed him into the fountain and she's just laughing. I don't know. Let me make another layer just for Holly's little poses, because I can't figure out what I'm gonna pose her in, you know. Or the scale, you know, the sense of scale. My sense of scale is kind of whack, right? So, like, this is a pretty tall fountain, I would think. If we get Holly in here, right? We just casually. These are some legs, I guess. This is a really big head, apparently. Just make it smaller, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to not be too perfectionist. I'm trying, you know, and probably failing. So let's just move her down a bit. Just move her down, like right here, so she's at like level with the fountain. It looks like she's kind of in front of it if we put her here. Kind of like around here, I would say, right? And then we also have Jay, whom, poor guy, he's fallen into the dirty, stinky fountain. I think if we move Jay back a bit, right? He's just falling and he's already starting to get wet. You know, the water's splashing out, right? We could just have the water splashing out a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. You know, just a little bit. And then we have Jay that's like, he's trying to not fall over, but he's already like 90% of the way there. So his legs are just, wah. And he's just in there. Poor guy. Poor guy. He's gonna have to go change later. But I mean, the town is really small, so it's not really much of a trek to go and get changed and stuff. It's not too much of a hassle, so that's why Holly would do it. You know, she can be a little rascal sometimes, but she's not a bitch, you know. I haven't been putting any of the music on yet, but I feel like I'd get distracted. I'd start singing along. I know that much. Autopilot. Let's take a look. What's going on here? Boop beep. Beep boop. Hello. I don't know how people fall. Come to think of it, like when you start making art, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when you start making art, right, you realize how much you don't know what things look like, right? So you'll just be doodling away, and suddenly you'll think, I'm gonna draw a suit, and then you'll realize, wait, what exactly do suits look like, right? Like, you know what suits kind of look like. Like, you would know that it's got, like, this collar, and you would know that it's got, like, the tie and stuff, but do you actually know which direction some of the things go, and the proportions and whatever? You know, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly when you don't work with it, but, I mean, it's not something you usually pay attention to, right? Like, that's just one of the banes of the artist, of the beginner artist particularly. Let's see. I think this is kind of like the basic idea down. This kind of gets the essence of what I want the background to look like, kind of. Should I have a window here? What do town halls look like anyway? You know, town hall. Would it be called a town hall? It's like a town center. What do big buildings look like? Do you ever just think about that? You know, like, you know how buildings can look grand, but what is it exactly that makes them look grand? Okay, so yeah, lots of grand buildings would have pillars. That's true. I'm looking up references on my computer right now. I'm sorry that you can't see. I mean, I could look it up on my tablet, but I don't feel like it, because I'm being lazy right now. And then there's lamppost. That's what you call it. It's not a street light. You call it a lamppost, right? Let's rename this. Lamppost. That's not right. Lamp post. That's what it is, right? And so then we would also have like some leaves just falling across the scenery because it's the middle of fall. And you gotta have that fall ambience. Let's actually make it a little orange just so we can make it look a little nicer. Wee, fall. Yay. And then I guess if I wanted to, I could add like another little bit of like foliage or something. Another little bit of background here. Like a little leaf pile or something. And then I could have, like, the groundskeeper back here, I don't know, doing something. If I really wanted to add a little extra detail, right? But I can't do much of that because I'm only 3 followers away from 200 followers, right? Like, if you're here today and you're not following my Instagram, then you might as well, right? But the reason I'm thinking about adding so many odds and ends at only 3 followers away is because I don't usually get a lot of followers, like, within any time spans, you know? Just, like, people don't use, like, my growth is slow but steady. It's slow and steady, right? And it goes, and it does its thing. I move forward. I make progress. Slow progress, but progress, right? Progress is progress. Let me see. In the last month at least, in the last month I've gotten 6 followers, you know? Well, technically I've gotten 11 follows, but then 5 people unfollowed. So then it's like, right? It's slow and steady progress. Right? Progress is progress though, you know? You get it? You guys that stay, you guys are the real ones, right? You know? People that watch the streams and stuff, that's super cool. Interesting. My locations are like diversifying a bit, and I find that very interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting off track. Right. So I don't know if you haven't noticed. You probably haven't, but in the last couple, I haven't been drawing for the last couple of days, right? So then it's like, it's for an array of reasons, but mainly because I haven't really had the time. I haven't really had like a lot of alone time in the last couple of days and weeks. I've had good days. I've had good days though. Like the last couple of days have been really nice. Like I went out more than usual, you know. That's always a good thing, right? Getting some sun. I have my nose is sunburnt right now. So I'm just here. I guess if I'm not going to turn on the music, I might as well just close it right now. So I'm just here, you know, lamppost. My nose is sunburnt right now. You know, I went out to the beach. It was chill. It was neat. It was pretty nice. Let's see. What do lampposts look like? Do they even... How high are they? How tall are they? I guess you wouldn't be able to see the actual lamppost part because it would be too tall. Because Nick is short as hell. Nick is very short. Nick is so short. He's, canonically... he's around... How tall is Nick? I know I wrote it down somewhere. Give me a second. I really wanna write that down. I really wanna, talk about that right now. Just cause it's funny. Nick. Tall. So Jay, at least, is quite tall. Jay, I know he's around 6 foot something. Like, he's around 6 foot something. He's probably like 6'6", you know, since that's probably like the tallest that I know that someone his age could get, which is, you know, Rambu. Rambu is like the tallest person that I know exists that is around that age, you know, around the teens, in the teens, but I don't know how tall Nick is. Nick is short. Nick is very short. Okay. Yeah, I'm still looking for Nick's height. I'm sorry. I am getting sidetracked though, so I should probably just doodle while I try to find. So how tall is... Okay, so Nick is very short. He is canonically half an inch shorter than the shortest person, or the second shortest person that I know, which is quite short, especially for a guy, I mean, you know? So I think, I'm pretty sure he's like 4 foot something. Nick is quite short. Let me see. I've almost got it. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna find it. For now. But he's like 4 foot something, right? So that should tell you enough, right? I think that should probably give you a good idea for how not tall Nick is. You know? I think that's a reasonable scale to go by. Right? 4 foot something. What the heck do lampposts even look like from this particular angle? Do they just... How thick are lampposts? How thick are lampposts? Not very thick, right? They kind of like taper. They kind of like get a little thicker at the bottom. So, but the question is, how thick are they? How thick are they? I guess it depends on the lamppost, right? So let's see. I keep talking about how short Nick is, and I guess that would mean that he would be on like the thicker part of the lamppost, right? I've not made this straight, have I? Ha! On Pride Month, never. Oh, no, this lamppost is not very straight. What joke is, what kind of joke is that? It's a very silly joke, that's what it is. I like puns. So anyway, I'm just thinking. Nick is quite short, so he would be in like, I guess it depends on how tall that bottom bit is, and that, I'm gonna assume that's like a foot or something. So that would be like a quarter of Nick's height. He's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. just about a quarter of his height. That's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny. But yeah, I'm just trying to get like the basic idea of the. I should probably make Nick a little bit less opaque for the sake of being able to see what I'm doing in the background, right? Probably. I have coffee and water. Coffee so I can, well, I don't know. I was about to say it was so I could stay awake, but I kind of got pretty good sleep last night, and either way, coffee, all it does is makes me anxious, as far as I've seen. Like, as far as my experience with coffee has been, it's just made me a little bit anxious. But it doesn't really keep me up. I mean, sometimes it does, but some days it doesn't, right? And so then we have, look at those eyes, though. I really like what I did with Nick's eyes, right? With the golden brim. I kind of really like that. I don't know. That's just one little quirk of his eyes. There's actually a name for that. Two colors, eyes. There's a different name for it. It's not heterochromia. It's slightly different. Like, it's a slightly different name. Two colors in one eye. Let's see. There's a name for that. I guess it's a different kind of heterochromia. I guess they still call it heterochromia. Two different colors. Where is it? Heterochromia iridium. Because it's like within the iris, right? So like there's a name for that. I don't know if it's actually possible for, like, technically possible for like blue and like yellow, like golden-ish color to happen like in real life. I highly doubt it, considering how like blue is usually a light blue pigment when it comes to eye color, and how like I guess like golden eyes are closer to like brown eyes, which would technically make it darker, which would mean that you would have more pigment around the edge, and I don't think that makes much sense. But we're not here for realistic accuracy. We're here for aesthetics, right? And golden brims around deep dark blues, that's a really nice aesthetic in my opinion. Probably one of my favorite color combinations, right? Just that nice deep blue and that nice golden yellow, right? But anyway, back to doodling, back to my sketching, right? So we could have this bit go like that, kind of, I guess. Kind of up here, at this level. I think that kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense in my opinion. Oh, the real question, though. Would the pillar back here go down to the level of the floor, or would it just stay at the level of the stairs? I guess it could just stay at the level of the stairs if we just, yeah, I guess it could stay up there. You know, because if we lift the whole town center up on a platform, then you wouldn't need pillars for that, for this whole platform, right? And then we have pillars up here, you know, whatever, or whatever shape it can be, you know. I don't know how town centers look, to be completely fair. To be completely honest with you, I'm pretty sure that they're actually quite squarish, right? When lamppost, town hall. Okay, so they tend to take like this triangular shape on the roof. But we're not going to be able to see that in this sketch, so I should probably stop worrying about it. But I guess we'll worry about it later, right? Because it is bound to turn up in the game. Like, it's literally probably going to be one of the most visited locations around the area because it's in the center of the town. And you kind of have to go through the center of the town to get to any other part of the town. Have I been sniffling this whole time? Because the thing is, I'm sorry. I just realized that I don't think I've been sniffling at all. I tried blowing my nose before starting the stream, and I think it's kind of helped. So that's great. To know. It usually doesn't work. But I feel like I'm gonna start sniffling now. Okay, that's okay, but that's besides the point. Right now we were talking about how this would be one of the most visited locations in the game. Probably just because it's in the center of the town, right? So there's an interesting thing about the layout of this particular town. It's kind of like splits off into like a total of 5 sections if you include the center, 6 if you include the outskirts, right? So like you have the town center, right, with the little pillars, a little pillared house and a little platform, and the fountain, boop boop, a little broken fountain that's not working right now because it's the middle of autumn. You have, I don't remember what was at the south. I don't remember if it was the shops. I know we talked about this before, but I kind of want to do this now. We have housing, which would be where Nick and Jay and Holly end up going to like live. And we have miscellaneous, which is like the school and maybe the police station. Or it could be over here. Like the police station would be like somewhat north-ish, but around near the town hall, like near the town. Yeah, it would be called a town hall, near the town center. And then over here we just have the park with the little park benches and stuff, you know. Very nice, very cute, very quaint, very small town. And we have the forest, which is just really thick. You have the forest, a little tree, another little tree, another happy little tree. Right there, some more trees, couple more trees, yeah. And over here we have the lake with a creepy house. House is creepy. Creepy old house, right? And there's also some docks right here, like right at the edge. Like there's actually quite a bit of underbrush of forest before you actually get to the docks and to the lake, right? And the little boat over here. So, yeah. So, like, this is just the main area, right? You would probably interact with the most characters here. I'm pretty sure that there's no characters in this area so far. I would hope not. I wouldn't want to come into contact with anyone in the creepy house in the middle of the lake. That would be eerie, you know? So yeah, that's fun. That's fun. All in good fun, I guess, right? So, we would have this. I guess we can just Okay, so we have like this level, so I guess that kind of makes sense in my opinion. And then we have the door over here, kind of like that, kind of looking like that, because it's in the background and it'll be smaller anyway, right? It's quite a small ways away. It's quite a small ways away. Right. What layer am I on? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Let's get back to this layer. Alright. Boop. There we go. Here we are. Now we're on the right layer. Doop doop. I think we're on we're on the right layer. And so let's see. We got this door here. Yeah, that kind of works out. That works well enough. And we have a pillar or something around here. Let me just make this, again, less opaque. Less opaque. Even less opaque. Go away. Nick, Holly. I mean, Jay and Holly. I love you guys, but you're kind of in the way right now. Yeah. That's fine. This works out. This checks out. Boop. Boop. There we go. So yeah, and we have these pillars that'll probably go like here, maybe a little further out, just a bit, right? Something around the same distance. And then we have, so we have the ground, and we have steps, some steps up, going up towards the center. Just kind of like that. Boop. Yeah. Just like that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And boop. And finally, boop. It kind of works out. Yeah, that looks good enough for a messy sketch. In case anyone's confused, like, out of the 2 people that are watching right now, in case any of you two, or any VOD watchers, or viewers on YouTube are confused, the 200 followers are from Instagram, alright? This Draw This in Your Style challenge will be for Instagram. I'm only 3 followers away from Instagram. I don't know. We've been over this, right? I don't get followers really quick. So it's nice to be close to a milestone of sorts. I remember when I got the first 100, that was a surprise. You know, just that was neat. That was a pretty cool day. Pretty neat day, right? Should I do it like that? I'm not sure. I mean, you could just have, like, more out, right? You would just have, like, another segment that kind of just goes out, right? Kind of like that, perhaps. I'm not sure how far out the town hall would go. It's quite wide. It's already looking quite wide. Like, you could have, like, a couple of rooms over here, couple of rooms over here. You could fit an office in that space, right? Right! I would hope so. I would certainly hope so. Boop. So kind of like that. You probably have like one more pillar over here. Right? Kind of like that. Like 2 pillars, 4 pillars, 2 pillars, 4 pillars. Just like that. And you have the stairs that kind of just go out like that, and like that, like that. They just keep going out. And then this is where they kind of meet again, right? Boop. And the last one, just like that. That kind of makes sense, in my opinion. And so yeah, then we also have, of course, one of the other main background pieces, which would be the fountain. I'm not quite sure where to put that. Let's just make like a crude little sketch of what that probably kind of looks like. You know, I should turn on the grids. I always have, like, trouble just seeing, like, how symmetrical things are without the grids. I keep forgetting to turn them on when I just start drawing, you know. So then we have this little oval bit here, just to make the, boop, just like that. Yeah, and we have the fountain part. What does the center of a fountain look like? Water fountain, or just fountain, but off? Fountain, off. What do those look like? So they kind of have like the center bit, right? Which gets the water out. And I guess I could base it off of, yeah, something like this. Like something that looks kind of classic. So like, yeah, these little bowls or something, or these plates, right? That just makes it look, I think this would be better, perhaps. No, I have to make it small. I have to make it small. Because I need people to be able to fall into it. Because Jay's gonna fall into it. Because that's funny. Because that's funny. Because Polly pushed him in. Because that's funny. And yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like that. Yeah, something like that. That works well enough. Boop, boop. Now we just drag this over here. Kind of like that. Kind of around that level. Maybe a tiny bit bigger. Right? That looks about right. I'm just giggling. I'm just giggling. This would have a rim, of course. But, huh. Weird. Weird. Wait. Wait. I'm having trouble picturing the 3D space in a 2D medium. Alright? So, like, you have this rim that you can't really see. And then you have the bottom, alright, of this. I probably shouldn't worry about that since I'm just sketching and this isn't really gonna be used in the end, right? What is going on here? What is going on here? What is going on here? What is this nonsense? I think we would have like a bit that kind of rises up a little bit. Just a bit. Just a smidge. Just a smidgen. Right? Just to signify that there's a ledge here, right? And then what? And then what? That's the question of the year. And then what? And then I figure out how perspective works, I guess. Let me take a look at references. Photo references. So, like, you can see, like, an internal rim of sorts, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Just a different one. Sure. And then a little bit around the back. Just a smidge. Just a smidge, right? That's definitely not just a smidge. Alright, there we go. We're not gonna worry about that anymore, because if not, I'll go mad. Very simple. Or something like that. And I guess we'll work on... We have to make, like, the shapes for Jay getting pushed into the water and Holly pushing him in to be quite simple. I kind of want to give them facial expressions, but I guess I'm not gonna make them too precise. Right? For the sake of my sanity, because if I try to make it look right, then... Did the stream just die for a moment? I thought it died. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing again? I'm doodling. I am still making the sketch for this background, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty decent for a background that I just doodled up, you know, scratched up. Let's get since this is like higher up in here, then that would mean we'd have like more background to cover. And I guess we could have a tree back here or something. I don't know, just to like flank the town hall and make it look a little nicer, right? You'd have a tree or something around here, and you would have boop boop boop. Yeah, this is a tree. This is a legitimate tree that looks very accurate to life. Yep, you would be surprised at the realism of which I can achieve. Yeah. Yeah. I'd say this is decent. I'd say this works well enough. Now I have to try, just take a quick, just take a hit at, how the heck I'm gonna position Jay and Holly here in the background. You know, I hadn't really thought about that. I don't usually do, like, poses and things. So let's make it a different color. Let's use a different color, right? Like, I was using yellow for Jay, but I kind of want to use a dark color, so I guess we'll use, like a nice dark orangish color. A brown. That's what dark orange is, basically. But, I mean, if you want a nicer brown, I guess you would use a little more like that. But, okay. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again. Whee! Poor Jay. Poor Jay is getting just yeeted into the into the fountain. Does that proportion look right? Let me just let me bring up the opacity. Let me bring up Jay's opacity again and turn off the drawing guide just to take a look at how this looks. I think I need to make the fountain just a bit bigger. I think I might need to make the fountain a bit bigger, right? Maybe. I'm taking, it's just that I'm looking. I'm kind of comparing things in my head. Seeing how this kind of compares to the stairs, right? Since it's further back. I think this kind of makes sense. I don't know why it seems right. It just seems right to me. Yeah, that's good. That scale is good enough. That's good enough. But now I have to figure out the scale of people. And people are kind of a pain to draw in scale, I guess. Right? Nah. I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't done it before. But we're trying something. And this is something I need to get done because it's going to be the Draw This in Your Style challenge for when I get to 200 followers. Which hopefully will be soon. Hopefully. I mean, who knows? Because I definitely don't. Because, you know, I have only gotten 6 followers in the last month. So I should have time to complete this. Right? Anyway, back to drawing these guys. I guess there should be more of a ledge here, right? Probably. Poor Jay. I guess he was gonna pick up some coins, maybe. So maybe he'd be bent over the ledge of the fountain. So this would be a little bit deep. Maybe this should be a little bit deeper, right? This fountain. Just seeing how it would look, like what the depth looks like from here, based on how thick the walls would be, right? It kind of makes sense in my opinion. I mean, I keep saying in my opinion, even though I know it should be implied, it should be quite clearly implied that all of these things that I'm saying are in my opinion. I don't know why I keep trying to clarify that. Did Sweet Anita just go live? No. Purple just went live. That's interesting. I haven't really watched a lot of Purple's content. Usually Sweet Anita goes live around this time. You guys watch Sweet Anita? She's a pretty cool, streamer. I haven't really watched a lot of her streams, but I do enjoy what I have seen. Right. so let's see. I guess I should try... Like, let's take a second. Let's take a second. Let's think about what Nick might have been, like, why Nick would have been standing over the fountain in the first place, right? So we could say that he could have been picking up coins, or he could have been just sitting there just because it's nice to sit by a fountain sometimes. But the fountain's all gross and nasty right now because it's off, because it's autumn time, and it would get too cold, right? Poor Nick is just in his overalls, in his little overalls, and his sweater, because it's cold, because it's autumn time. Poor Nick. Just in his overalls and in his sweater. Boop boop. He's a cozy boy. He's a little cozy boy. I like him. I love my cozy boy. Little cozy boy. He's so cozy and tall. He's very tall. Nick is very tall. I guess the idea would be, what would be funny? What would be the funniest position to see him in? I could just have his legs sticking out. Just, poor guy. Like that. You know? Just like that. Poor Nick. I mean, poor Jay. And he's just in there. And his head is just in there, but it's splashing, so you can't really see anything else other than his legs. That is quite silly, isn't it? We'll just have his little footsies. Little footsies. Poor Jay. Poor Jay. Silly boy. Silly boy got bamboozled. Got bamboozled by his best friend. By his best friend. His other best friend. Like, they're a trio, right? So there's, like, it's a trio dynamic. They're all best friends. Oh, man. I feel like dang. I feel like I'm hitting the microphone or something. But the thing is, I don't really know where the microphone on this tablet is. So it's kind of hard to tell what is going on. I'm just talking. I wonder how many people are just, like, out of the 2 people watching the stream right now, how many of you are watching, and how many of you are just listening in the background? Or how many of you are just, you know, you just have it playing there, but you're not actually listening or anything, you're just here, you know, for moral support. And I appreciate that still. I mean, I've done that with, like, other streams and stuff. Just chill. It's chill. Right? I think this could work out, but I think we could also do better. Stick his legs even more in. Poor guy. Jay. And then meanwhile, Holly is just laughing her ass off. Let's make it dark blue, I guess. And Holly is just, I don't know what position she would be in. But I guess her legs would have to be her feet would have to be at around this level, right? Or more around here? I don't know. Like, perspective is a really weird thing, right? If you go a little too forward, it looks like they're behind them. If you go a little too far back, it looks like they're in... Wait, I said that backwards. If they're too forward, it'll look like they're in front of it. And if you go too back, then it'll look like they're behind it, right? So... Let's just forget about the perspective right now, and I'm just gonna try and doodle Holly's position, Holly's pose at the moment. Just literally just dying, right? Wheezing, or just like holding her stomach, right? Like that, kind of like that, right? She's just wheezing. How do laugh. How draw laugh. How do you draw people laughing, is what I'm saying. But let's say, like, she's just laughing. She's dying in the background, right? She's just dying of laughter because of what she just did, right? So we got neck, I guess. I don't know. And her arms are just, like, ugh. Or, since she just pushed Nick into the spider leg. Yeah, spider legs. Oh no, Holly's a spider. Plot twist. I mean, there will be plot twists, but that's not gonna be the plot twist. Man. I guess that's a nice little vague spoiler for y'all, right? Little plot twist. There's gonna be plot twists. Okay. So, she's looking very standing up straight right now. And I guess we could just hunch her over or something. I don't know. I do not know what I'm doing, okay, guys? And we can just bend her legs a bit, right? Kind of like that. Whoop. Bend leg. Leg bent. Just assume that there's, like, a bent leg around there. Woo. And how do I stand when I laugh? I should probably look up awkward references. I should probably look up awkward reference poses, or take some awkward reference pictures of myself, just to be completely and absolutely certain. Like I used some awkward reference pictures of myself to make the Ranboo fan art that I still haven't finished for reasons I cannot explain. No reason. There's no good reason to say why I haven't finished that artwork yet, right? I really gotta finish it. There's a couple of things that I really gotta finish. And a couple of things even from Ibis Paint X that I have to finish, right? Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna stand up for a second and just take a look at what bodies look like again. Oh boy. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm just here. I'm just being a theater kid right now, and I'm trying to pretend what it would be like if I were to push my friend into the fountain, because I would think it would be funny. And it would be funny. It would be fucking hilarious to push a friend into the fountain just because, okay? No, it's a little mean. It would be mean for me, but it's pretty funny to watch in the background, right? Alright. I know you guys can still hear me. I have some beans in water right now. That's totally random and completely unrelated to what we're doing right now. But I just thought I'd let you guys know. How many minutes in are we on the stream anyway? 53 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. Alright. Alright, that means the stream's almost over. Oh man. I said I might be finishing this today. Guess not. So let's see. Kinda like I guess I could just go for that classic belly holding laugh, right? That's kind of a classic thing to do. I don't know how people laugh. I haven't seen people in I don't know how long. I mean, I did see people yesterday, which was great. I got to see, well, not yesterday, but the day before. Well, I did get to see some people yesterday, but not as many people as the day before, which was when I got my nose all sunburnt. And the back of my neck is sunburnt too, but like specifically the left side of the back of my neck is sunburnt. And it's not pleasant, but it's not awful. It's not totally awful. Right? Right? What was I talking about? I was talking about how, yeah, the sunburn. It's not that bad. It's not terrible. It's not totally awful. I guess this belly holding kind of works well enough for Holly, right? we just have her kind of like this, kind of like that, kind of like that. Let's, yeah, kind of like that, right? Boop boop, boop boop. Yeah, that makes enough sense, right? Sure, I'll have to make her a little taller, but that's about it. Just a little taller, just a bit taller, right? Kind of like that. Move her back here, move her over here. I think this kind of works out, right? I don't know, guys. You can tell me. You can tell me if this looks weird. I mean, it obviously does look weird, but you gotta trust the process, right? I wonder if there's a subreddit called r/trust the process, right? Where it's like, you see like these awful sketches and doodles from, oh, I just noticed something. Okay. Anyway, like you see like these things that look really bad at first, but then by the end it just looks really, really good. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. That's probably the most concise way to put it, right? Like, after the process, it'll look good. And that's why it would be called r/trust the process, right? And I think that would be a fun concept in general. Like, I think you could even include things like people that fix, like, baking fails or artist fails and whatnot. Whoa. Right? Things like that. And I think it'd be pretty neat, right? How I think it would also be, like, helpful for people to realize that you don't have to be perfect the first time, right? Things don't have to look exactly the way that you want them to the first time that you do them, right? You know, that's something that I've tried to get over. What just happened there? That's something that I've tried to get over, right? Like, Nick, right now, he looks a little weird, in my opinion. He doesn't look perfect, right? And I'm trying to, like, just not pay attention to that, okay? Because I have to complete this, and I have to move on, right? Just so I can get more stuff done, right? Because how am I going to be an artist if I don't finish pieces? That doesn't make any sense. I haven't done commissions before. I should really try that out. I don't know how to get commissions done, though. Good morning, good morning. It's almost time. It is almost time for the stream to end. And I am twirling my pencil around my fingers. You know something? You guys can't see it, but I have my spiffy shades on right now, you know? My spiffy shades. I look so good in my spiffy shades. Right? I think we got a good amount of stuff on this page. I think. Right? We'll just have one more layer, right? What layer is this? Oh, it's the line art layer. I should probably mark that. Line art Nick. There we go. That's neat. I want to do something. I want to add some leaves real quick just to fill up this space, right? Let's just boop, 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 boop. A couple of leaves around here just to fill this. Why do I always... I have this weird tendency of making patterns whenever I try to make any random markings on any sort of medium. Just it's a weird little very obnoxious thing that I do occasionally, right? Like, I'll just make lines for no reason, and it annoys me. It annoys me so badly. These are nice shades. I love the colors of autumn. It's really nice. I mean, if you couldn't tell, I do rather like warm colors. I mean, you've seen my profile picture. I would hope you've seen my profile picture if you've been here. If you've been watching the stream, if you've been listening in on the stream, I would hope that you've seen my profile picture. But anyway, that's actually about all the time that I have for today. It's already been an hour. And I feel like we've done quite well today. Right? Yeah, sorry for that clicking noise. But you see, we got the concept for the background down. We got some poses. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna keep this, though. Look at how weird this looks. It's so silly. But it might work. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You'll see what happens by the time I post this. You know, in, I guess, another month. Or half the month. In another month or half the month, this will be posted because I'm going to have 200 followers. And that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty cool. That's another milestone. If we keep going at this rate, I'll have 1,000 followers in, like, 5 years. How does that sound, guys? I mean, it'll be just in time for the game, right? I don't know, but thank you guys. I don't know, but thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate your support. I hope to see you again probably tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream every day, at least throughout the week, since it turns out I actually don't have to change my schedule for my online classes because teachers just sending in videos, so I can watch those at any time in my free time. And yeah, I can use this time, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. So I don't have to change my stream schedule. If I ever don't stream, it's because someone is in the house. Because the thing about this place, this house that I live in, is that there is no, like, good office, and all the walls are relatively thin. All the sound, it goes everywhere, right? We've been over this. It's not the best place to be streaming in, but it works. I just do what I can with what I have, right? Can I make this full screen? I've forgotten how to do that. I wanna make it full screen just to make it look Yeah, that's good enough. But anyway, again, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Possibly not, considering I think we might have guests in the house tomorrow, and I don't know. You know, it gets pretty noisy in here. But we'll see. I hope to see you guys, right? And yeah. That's about it for today. I'll have this completed. Like, I hope to get to 200 followers soon, but not too soon, so that I'm able to have this done in time. I may have added a few too many details, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. Okay. We'll see. That's it. That's all I got for today. Thank you again. I keep saying thank you because, you know what? It's just great. It's great to have you here. It's great to be here. It's great to talk, and I don't know how to end this, so I'm just going to end it. Love you guys. Bye-bye.